Hello, tacticians and strategists. Welcome to Strategic Minds, Spirit of Liberty, the Prologue, and here actually the second episode of the tutorials, and to Playing Hardball. Welcome back. So, we are just here to check out this game. Because I couldn't resist anymore. I have this one on my personal list for quite a while. Or I had it on my list for quite a while. And well, this is a free prologue here. I personally just want to finish some other Let's Plays first, but this is actually like a more modern version of Panzer General, the old Panzer General series, with a lot of more modern and more interesting game mechanics. In basic training we learned about some basic things like movement, attacking, attack swords basically. Yeah, so in general the mechanics are pretty similar to the old Panzer General, so it's pretty accessible, but there are other things like skills and equipment and so on, so yeah, and other concepts as well. So let's do this one.
Good day, Commander. In this operation we will go over the supply and infrastructure, without which any military campaign would not have been possible.
That I find pretty interesting, that we have the logistics in here, right? The old Panzer General, there was just, you know, you had the ammunition and fuel and you had to click the supply button when you wanted to get new stuff. So this one is pretty interesting.
In the previous part of the tutorial, we mentioned the key parameters of any unit. Its ammo, fuel, and movement points. The supply system restores ammunition and fuel through infrastructure.
Okay.
Infrastructure is represented by various facilities such as supply hub, maritime hub, supply point, airfield, railroad station, and seaport. Usually infrastructure is marked by the flag of the country which is currently controlling it.
That's pretty logical.
Later we will tell you more about every type of infrastructure, but first you have to capture a staging area for a further offensive operation. Your troops are already in position and ready to advance. Let's not keep the enemy waiting. Select the tank unit. Move it closer to the enemy. Attack the anti-aircraft gun defending the airfield.
So we've got 15 soft attack against 2 soft defense. This one, it's an anti-air, okay. It has 2 spotting. I like that concept, by the way, that the spotting is also determining your defensive capabilities, right? So if you have very high spotting, then of course enemies can't surprise you so easily, right? And it has 4 range defense mod or something. So let's attack it.
Now we can finish it off with the infantry.
Did they
select the unit.
I think they shot back, huh?
Move into the hex next to the airfield. Attack the anti-aircraft gun.
Where do I actually see the... Ah yeah, so the 3 seems to be the... No, what is the 3? Into damage, which is the strength.
The enemy airfield is now left unprotected. Move the infantry inside and capture it. When you defeat the enemy unit in close combat, you can occupy its position, regardless of your remaining movement points.
Ah, okay.
Now
so
move into the airfield hex.
Okay, that's a specialty, okay.
The airfield has been captured. Now we can move our aircraft units here. The airfield provides supply to aircraft units, restoring their ammo and fuel on every landing. Additionally, aircraft units can acquire new equipment and be reinforced while landed on an airfield. We will get back to it in another part of the tutorial. Right now, we have to capture the supply point. You should start the attack with air bombardment. Select the bomber. Attack the enemy artillery. After attacking land targets, aircraft can be moved 1 hex away to free up the space for the next attacking aircraft. Great! Keep attacking the enemy positions. Select the second tactical bomber. Attack the enemy artillery. The enemy unit is destroyed. Now we have to occupy the supply point. Select the infantry unit, move it into the hex with the supply point.
This here is
the supply point is in our hands. Unfortunately, it is severely damaged by our bombardment, so currently it does not provide supply. Open the supply point's info screen by clicking on it with the middle mouse button. As you can see, all infrastructure has its own HP. If it goes down to 50% or lower, the facility ceases to function until its HP is restored and is higher than 50%. At the end of every turn, all infrastructure restores 20% HP.
That I find pretty nice and interesting.
Close the tab.
Okay, that's pretty interesting. And also more realistic.
Select the supply point. In a 1 hex range around the selected infrastructure, there is a service zone, marked with the range icons. In these hexes, your units can acquire or change equipment and be reinforced. However, in our case, even after restoring its HP, the supply point will not provide supply, as it is not connected to the supply network. The supply network is comprised of all the interconnected infrastructure on the map. Supply hubs and maritime hubs play a key role in the supply network. While supply points just redistribute the ammo and fuel to the nearby troops, the supply hubs generate ammo and fuel, providing the whole supply network with it. Maritime hub works similarly, but only if there is a seaport under your control next to it. Consequently, without the connection to a supply or maritime hub, the supply points have nothing to redistribute to your troops.
That's pretty logical. I like the complexity.
You can also see the connections between the different elements of infrastructure marked with supply lines. These lines connect all infrastructure facilities to the supply or maritime hubs. If the opponent cuts off the supply line, then the cut-off supply point or airfield ceases to provide supply. To cut off the supply line, it is enough to put your unit on any of the hexes it passes through, or any of the hexes adjacent to them, which will block it with the unit's zone of control.
That's a very interesting concept.
Before you end the turn, let's land our aircraft for refueling. Select the aircraft. Click on the landing button in the Unit Actions panel. Select the second aircraft. Click on the landing button again. Click on the End Turn button. Select the tank unit. In order to restore the supply, you have to capture the enemy seaport along with the maritime hub. First, however, cut off the enemy infantry at the eastern outpost from the supply. To do it, move your tank unit into the designated hex. Select the supply point of the eastern outpost. It is high time we
Yeah.
take care of the coastal city. Select
Okay.
the infantry unit.
That was a left click, sorry. So, okay, it's high time to take care of the coastal city, select the infantry
Move
unit.
it to the designated hex. Select the 2nd Infantry Unit. Move it to the designated hex. Click on the End Turn button.
Why couldn't we shoot at the guy?
The enemy has made an attempt to break through the blockade and restore supply, but it failed. Select the enemy infantry that attacked your tank. Now select the supply point you have recently captured. Well, enough with this talk. To establish our own supply network, we have to occupy the seaport and the maritime hub. Also, we should not damage them too much, otherwise we will not be getting supplies until they're repaired. Click on the All tab next to the minimap to see all of your units in the Units panel at the bottom of the screen. Select the bomber. Attack the enemy unit occupying the seaport. The seaport now has only 6 HP left. If we keep bombarding it, it will stop providing supply and we will have to wait for its restoration. So we should attack the infantry in the adjacent hex instead. Select the 2nd bomber. Attack the infantry defending the maritime hub. Now that the enemy units are weakened by the air bombardment, we can attack them in close combat. First, we have to finish off the enemy artillery, so that it will not provide fire support to the infantry unit. You can learn more about fire support mechanics in Part 5 of the tutorial. Select your infantry. Attack the enemy artillery. The enemy unit was destroyed. Move your infantry into the city to occupy the seaport. Excellent. Now the enemy infantry is left without artillery support, and you have taken the seaport. It provides supply to the naval units and allows them to acquire and change equipment. Located next to the seaport is Maritime Hub. Only supply hubs and maritime hubs that have a seaport next to them can generate ammo and fuel and deliver it to all other infrastructure through the supply network. It is time to finish this battle and re-establish our supply. Select the 2nd Infantry Unit. Destroy the enemy unit. Occupy the Maritime Hub. Great! The primary objective is now accomplished. However, there is still a secondary objective left: to capture the eastern outpost. Click on the Return to Game button. Select the tank unit. Attack the enemy infantry. Great! The enemy has been defeated. There's only one infantry unit left to deal with, and the city will be ours. Move the tank to the designated hex. All of your units have finished their turn. Click on the End Turn button.
Okay, well, I'm not allowed to look at anything here. So let's end the turn.
Select your
Yeah, we got
infantry
stuff.
unit. Now select the bomber. Select the tank unit. Attack the infantry occupying the eastern outpost. The last of the enemy units has fallen. Now your troops are free to take the eastern outpost. Make it happen to conclude the operation. Congratulations! You have successfully finished the operation. Click on the Victory Progress bar in the top left corner of the screen. Click on the Finish Operation button to exit to the tutorial menu.
Okay, that is certainly interesting to have some more logistical aspects in there. That makes the thing more complex and actually more interesting, and gives us way more angles to attack a superior force. Yeah, and well, actually the German Wehrmacht basically always had pretty big logistical issues, especially the further they went away from Germany, basically, right? So they relied on looting a lot, or way more than other armies, and that is certainly a very interesting concept. So I'm looking forward how this will develop, and what kind of mechanics they made up there, but this looks very promising. So thank you for watching. I hope you liked this one and found this one equally interesting. If you have any thoughts, please share them in the comment section. I would love to discuss anything you think about this game. And yeah, till next time, I would appreciate if you click the like button, and you are very welcome to subscribe to the channel so you never ever miss an episode again. So next time with the third part of the tutorial of Strategic Mind, Spirit of Liberty. Cheers!